So for my AFC wild card, I got Browns, Bills, and Texans in that order. And then for the AFC, I got Cowboys, Rams, and Saints. I feel like the biggest one for me probably be for the Browns being that high. I don't know. I think Joe Flacco's been doing pretty good for the Cleveland Browns, and as well just having like a really good defense. I think that just makes them have a playoff spot. I think they deserve it. As well as the Bills, they've been turning up lately. I feel like after their bye, like they've kind of figured things out, and they're a playoff team now. And then as for the Texans, I feel like they've kind of fallen off a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, but they still have what it takes to get in there. I think Tank Dill's a pretty big loss for them.
Yeah.
But I don't know. AFC division or AFC conference is tough because I was really going back. It was really between the Texans and Colts because I was really about to put the Colts on there because I really like the Colts and I like how Minshew's performing. And
Comeback player of the year.
Comeback player of the year. Nah, that's Corn's son.
Wait, so you have. So is that your order? Like that's 5, 6, 7 seed, or is that just 3 teams?
Yeah, that's my order.
Okay, so Bills, yeah.
Yeah, I have the Browns for like the first wild card spot. I think.
Okay.
I think they'll take it, and then NFC, obviously Cowboys for the first one, and then Rams and Saints. Yeah, I mean, I feel like obviously the Saints they've been kind of getting derailed with injuries, but I think their offense is good enough to make it in there. The Saints and the Bucks are they're both going back to back. So, and that conference is a little bit weaker, anyways.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the interesting thing is the Saints play the Rams on Thursday.
That's a playoff game, bro.
Yeah, so and they both have the same record, so that game will really kind of decide how things go. I think.
Yeah.
For sure.
They got 2 divisional games also because they play the Bucks and the Falcons after that. So if they drop one of those, drop 2 of those, that comes into play when these teams are so close.
Yeah.
You think any of those teams win their first playoff game though? I think the Cowboys are kind of. It's gonna be Cowboys or Eagles. I think for that wild card spot they have the same record right now, but
I don't know.
I think they're gonna for sure win, but the other ones, who knows?
Cowboys aren't a wild card team. Like they're a wild.
They're not. Yeah.
I would say do you consider the Bucks? Like you think the Bucks could win a first round game? I don't think honestly.
I think the Bucks lose in the first round.
I thought you had Saints.
No, yeah, I had Saints in wild card, but I'm just saying
Bucks win.
Or the Bucks.
Oh, the Bucks. Yeah,
will lose the first game, I think.
Yeah, the Cowboys will play the Bucks. Yeah.
What's scary is the NFC is a lot more top heavy. So other than the Cowboys, obviously, if one of these 6 or 7 seeds make it, they got to play the Eagles, the Lions, and then the Cowboys got the easy matchup in the first round with the Bucks.
Yeah. I think whoever's the 2 seed would play. In that scenario, they would play the Saints. So the Eagles will play the Saints.
Yeah, the Eagles are taking that.
Actually, no, though. I think. Do the Lions have 4 losses or 3?
I think 4. But I'll check.
Yeah, I think 4.
Oh, okay. Then, yeah. The Eagles play the Saints, and then
4.
The Lions would play the Rams. That'd be interesting because they made that
that'd
trade.
Be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. I would want to see that.
Yeah.
That would be so dope if the Lions
Stafford
won.
back in Detroit, yeah. And that would be their first playoff win ever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That would be badass. Why the Saints? I feel like their offense has been so sketchy lately.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they're one of those teams. It's they kind of go back and forth, a little bit kind of inconsistent too. But I feel like they have a lot of key good players, and especially if they get people back from injuries, I think they'll be fine.
Yeah.
So I think they'll figure it out. I mean, Kamara's been balling this year. It sucks because I had Kamara last year for on my fantasy team, and he didn't do shit for me. So.
And I traded for his ass before he came back from the suspension, and now I'm about to be in the second round.
Yeah, it was a good trade. Yeah.
Wait, you guys traded?
No, I saying last year he had him. This year I traded with Doug. I traded Justin Fields for him.
Wow.
Steals. That's how you win a fantasy league, guys. I know that this isn't a wild card topic, but make trades. If your team is mid, make trades because someone will fuck up.
Yeah, for sure. Me and you both did that, dude.
We stole.
We had two of the worst teams, and now we're both. Like, I'm 3 seed, he's 5 seed. We're both in the semifinal.
Mm-hmm. Your league mates are dumb. So test them.
Like, everyone should know if I'm trying to make a trade with you, I'm finessing you, like, at the end of the day.
But who finessed who in our trade?
I don't think any of us really.
No.
We
had the most lateral trade.
Yeah, I didn't do shit for either of us.
We traded Madison for Hollywood Brown.
Oh.
Did nothing.
Yeah, it was like 2 death pieces, but it didn't do shit for either of us. So whatever.
Yeah, let's look at Christian's list now.
Cool. So the AFC side, I had the Bills, I had the Browns, and I had the Colts. I had the Browns as the 5th seed. I had the Bills as the 6th seed and the Colts as 7th seed. I think the
Browns on top too.
Yeah, I think the Browns are kind of locked in at this point. They're at least going to win 2 of their next 3 games. They have a pretty easy schedule on the way out.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Bills have just been on a roll, dude. Who knows? Like, honestly, I don't know. Like, the Dolphins, they play the Cowboys. They play the Ravens.
Yeah, I was looking at their schedule. It was pretty tough.
They play the Cowboys, Ravens, and Bills their last 3 games.
Fuck.
So, and if the Bills win, if they lose those 3 and the Bills win, then the Bills take the 2 seed or whatever, 3 seed, whatever it is.
Yeah.
That's bad. That's scary, bro. And
so, yeah, I mean, I don't see the Dolphins losing out, which is why I'm taking the Bills in the wild card, but that definitely is a possibility.
And I feel like the thing about like the Bills and the Browns is those are 2 teams that could like make a real run. Like a real run. The Browns defense is fucking good, bro. And like if they were like the Dolphins offense, for example, where they're putting up 40 points a game, we would gas them up. But because it's a defense, we're not really talking about it.
Yeah.
But they shut teams down. And the Bills is like finally firing on all cylinders. And especially if James Cook looks like the way he looked Sunday, that team is a problem.
Yeah, I mean, if they had Deshaun Watson, it would definitely be a way different story, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
In this scenario, they would play the Jaguars first round, which they can definitely beat them.
Yeah.
But after that, I don't really know. But yeah, it's pretty interesting on the AFC side. The Colts, I put them just because they have the tiebreaker over the Texans, and they have some easy games coming up too. They play the Texans last week of the regular season, so that's going to really be...
That's a playoff game.
Whoever wins that is making the playoffs.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think the Colts are for sure winning their next 2 games, in my opinion. Texans, I don't know if they do that, so that's really what it came down to for me. And then, so that's me on...
Is very important.
It is a big game, bro. And that's like I'm going to say this again. I bet against the Texans, but plus 2.5, we could still squeak through, or... we can still beat them, and then the bet hit. And I do think we have a really good team. Like, we have a... Yeah. The fact that we won this week with Case Keenum...
That was a huge win.
We had fucking Case Keenum starting. No Nico Collins. No Tank Dell. It is just ridiculous what this team's, like, putting together this year, bro. And, like, I know everyone wants to disrespect, like, me loving CJ. Like, every time I see someone, bro, and they see me on TikTok, they're like, you're crazy about CJ. Like, you're gassing up CJ. Like,
does this win discredit him, though?
No, it doesn't. Because the Titans just blew it. I'm not going to lie. And what this win credits, bro, is what I've been saying all year. It's our defense. We have such a good defense, which is, like, giving CJ the room to work, obviously. And y'all are saying I'm hating on CJ because you just see the numbers. I mean, I'm loving CJ too much because you just see the numbers. You see the Bleacher Report post. I'm watching these fucking Texans games. I'm in the trenches. I'm in the fucking trenches, you know? You could say this game discredits CJ, but Case Keenum threw a pick 6. So that was 7 of the Titans' 16 points. You know? So it just like, if CJ's playing, we beat that team by 35. I'm not going to lie. Because everyone was firing in that game. Shout out Noah Brown. You're my dog.
Noah Brown.
Shout out the Texans.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's your second, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Anthony had a little takeover.
Yeah.
Texan takeover.
Okay. So, yeah, that's really it for me on the AFC side. obviously there's some like huge games that are gonna kind of decide that whole seeding, but it should be interesting. The NFC though, I had the Cowboys, I had Rams, and I had the Packers.
Shout out the Packers.
The Packers, I don't think you guys put Packers on your list. I put the Packers there because I think they're gonna win out and they're gonna end up 9-8 versus the Saints. I don't see them really winning out their games, and I don't know who else is above them. The Falcons, they're not making the playoffs. They don't deserve to make the playoffs. I don't think.
If the Falcons win out, they still only have a 40% chance of winning or making the playoffs, which is crazy. But going with the Packers, they play the Panthers, Vikings, and Bears the next 2 weeks.
That should be 3 dubs.
Yeah.
Should be. So if they're 9-8, I think they make it over those teams. The Vikings, I don't see them really making the playoffs either. Yeah. So I think they just have the easiest road, which is why I chose the Packers. And I've been a Jordan Love fan this whole year. So
Jordan Love.
Yeah, I think that would be good for him. But they'll play the Eagles or the Cowboys first round anyway, so they're gonna lose.
When they look good, they look fucking good too.
Yeah.
And it'd be cool to see like the Lions pass the Eagles, and then we get like a Packers Lions first round matchup. That would be fire too. You know, the Lions give so many like interesting matchups in the playoffs because you don't know what Lions team you're gonna get every week, but they could go on a Super Bowl run or they could lose to the Packers or the Rams. So yeah.
That's your list.
Let's go. Pull it up. You already know what it is, man. I got top side. I flipped it. So the Jaguars would be my 5 seed, the Browns would be my 6 seed, and the Bills would be my 7 seed. On the other side, the Cowboys are my 5th seed, Rams are my 6th seed, and gotta shout out Jordan Love and the Packers. I feel like we've talked about a lot of the NFC teams, so I'm not gonna get too into it. On the AFC side, man, I know what you guys want to talk about. I think we're going to win out. I think we're going to win out. And like you kept saying early in the season, Jaguars are fraudulent. I don't know if you still believe in the fraudulent Jaguars. But if we could get Trevor Lawrence out this week with the concussion, because he's concussed.
Crazy to
he's
say.
concussed. And they fucked us last week because I bet C.J. Stroud could play. You know, so call it fair. Have Trevor Lawrence sit out this week. C.J. Beathard's a bum. He should be on the couch with Tommy DeVito's mom. Browns.
Damn.
Their defense is cold. Bills, one of the best teams in the league, I think. And then like the Colts, Steelers, and the Bengals are the next 3 teams really fighting for it. I think if no Pittman and even if JT plays, no Moss is a big hit for them because they utilize Moss a lot. I think he still, when JT's there, gets 45% of the snaps. Steelers, spiraling. They suck. Trubisky's and gravy. He's ass. Bengals are mid. Jake Browning leaves a brown one in the toilet. He can't do shit. You know, he sucks. So
you're spinning right now.
I'm spinning, but my playoffs would be Jaguars, Texans, Browns, Chiefs, which I think the Browns could win. Dolphins, Bills, which would be the must-watch game of the playoffs. So
that'd be a crazy game.
Hit me, guys. Fight
Dolphins,
me.
Bills, and the thing is, they play week 18.
So they could go back to back.
Yeah, they would just go back to back playing each other twice, which could be very interesting.
Mm-hmm. No questions, comments, concerns?
No, I mean, it's very interesting.
I think our NFC was the exact same.
Our NFC?
I think so.
Yeah.
You had Cowboys, Rams, Packers, or something else?
I had Cowboys, Rams, and Packers.
I want to shout out the Seahawks. We all put our list together before the Seahawks took the win this week.
Yeah.
I still don't think they'll make it, but
it was a big win.
They're making noise, so.
If Drew Lock's that guy, bro.
Drew Lock.
If he's that guy.
Bronco legend.
Drew Lock. I mean, it's interesting for sure.
Are they going to. Is Geno come back at this point? Because he hasn't looked good.
Fuck no. Not after you beat the Eagles.
Yeah.
Right? I mean.
And I guess they could have started him today, technically. I don't know what's going on with that, but.
Yeah.
He's done. They wrote him off.
They wrote him off finally.
Yeah.
Sent him off.
Yeah, if Drew Lock, if he carries them to the playoffs, then that'll be.
If Drew Lock.
They have a chance for sure now.
If he carries them to the playoffs, comeback player of the year?
Nah. I
That's,
feel like that's a little too late.
Yeah, it's too late. He only played like 5 games.
But who else could it be?
DeMar Hamlin.
Come back
Yeah,
to the
they'll give it
bench.
to him, too.
He's a
They'll give
definition
it
of a
to him.
comeback, bro. They're gonna give it to him.
No, Drew Lock's the definition of a comeback. He's the definition of a comeback to the bench.
Cortland Sutton. Touchdown every week.
I don't even know comeback. Did anyone have a major injury?
No, maybe Zach Moss. Like that would be cool because he's been kind of balling. That's tough.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like that's. I mean, it's like a weak award to be honest.
It is. It's kind of lame. It's like a cool conversation because you could just like Cortland Sutton it up or Drew Lock.
That's like. What do they have most improved? I guess most improved in the NBA. I guess that's like the same type of award.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Alvin Kamara comeback player of the year.
Right. Yeah.
After he got freed.
Could be Gardner Minshew, dude.
That's a good one. I think he should win it. Joe Flacco, cool story.
Yeah.
Good story. It's all about the story now.
Definitely.